I love me some Choro Q. I gotta turn you down. We gotta put on our favorite full archive music. Okay. Narwhal. Cool. Okay. Alright, move my brush. Let's get started. Alright, everyone. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we're back again today with even more action Taimanin. You know it, I love it. Let's get started, because we certainly have something special today, that's for sure. We've got Miss Mirabell news, we've got the newsletter, we've got a very special aspect that came out only just, like, I think the other day, which is, what is it? AT releases a statement regarding how new policy changes coming out for the, what is it, the new, coming up in April, they're going to have some sort of thing about, regarding costumes on Android systems. So I'll be looking at that in a moment. Let me find my thing for OBS. How's everybody doing, though? Everybody having a good Saturday? You having a good time? Do anything cool today? Because I spent my day today working on some chores around the house. Went over there, started cooking a few things too. Made this pot roast that kicks ass. Got some chuck yesterday, chopped her up. Put her up in the pressure cooker, the Instapots. Went totally nuts with it. Really good stuff. Tasted nice. It's going to go really good when I go to work this week. Because I mostly, right now, I'm just like, gotta let my hair dry before I get out, since I got out of the shower. I'm glad everybody's getting some good rest too. I needed that after the week that's been here at work. It's been relatively simple, but it's like, so certain things just really going like fucking my ass up, I'll tell you that much. Ugh. Bills and all that sort of stuff. Things coming. That's just living, though. We're making it through for the most part. But hey, that's not what we're here for. We're here to enjoy ourselves some good old Taimanins while they're still around. But I'm sure it will be fine. We'll get to that later, though. But for starters, though. Oh yeah, something I noticed though is with Azusa, are her antennas like a little bit like higher now? Because they react like really highly. Because beforehand they used to be like below by like this area of her hair. Now they're just all over the place. But I wanted to get out her Asagi purple armor set. Aoi Nagisa really was cooking when she made this like amazing combination of armor. It's like, wow. Modernist Onmyo mage with heavy armor capabilities. I said it once before and I'll say it again. It's like they really, it's like top 5 costumes in the game. And the thing is, you get this as like the default for the character. But without further ado, let's get over to the newsletter, since that's the big thing coming up for the month. So we put back game capture. Rock and roll, baby. Okay. So it's time. The new month is coming around literally about next week. So let's get started with the newsletter. They're going to start us off with Mirabell Bell. Miss Bellend herself joins the battle. A long time requested character and an incredibly interesting, to say the least. Our lady from Florida has managed to finally work herself into the game, and she has... and the reason why I usually wait until Saturday to do streams is because when they release stuff like this, like the newsletter, they have accompaniment videos that come out with this. They give more information. It makes it a lot more interesting experience. We'll watch those after this. But to start us off, when she finally gets in the game, well, at least for the paid package next Tuesday, she's going to have the package release and the pickup event where she, get all the stuff, like level her to 75, do all that sort of thing. So it's like you do that, you have crystal kit, friend emblem, really good stuff. Because I know I'm gonna be getting her friend costume because we're gonna take a look at that later. She shares with Miss Ina Titchester herself. Gotta love it. Affinity items and more. I hope you all saved your little, what are they called? Love letter items, because I'm sure there's many people out there who have been dying to see this, to see Miss Real Big Bitch come over here and become playable. I certainly have. She's like the perfect type for this sort of game too, anyways. Though with the way that like they showed her off in the video, they this was a character they could have never really released at the beginning of the game. She's a lot more complex than she looks. But you get the. It lasts the entire month for her pickup gacha period, which is why I didn't use any regular coins for Micah's weapon, because it's a permanent item. I can get it through extreme tickets. No, through the other tickets. That's I got 150 coins ready for this. I am so ready. It's Spark. We are Spark ready. And besides, next Tuesday is also the month refresh for Total War. So if you guys have your tokens and you've been saving those up, you can get 10 free normal rolls and 10 free limited rolls if you've saved it up correctly. Amazing stuff. I'll show that off too. So she has her pickup items. It's Taimanin Rifle Prototype 81, Assault Shooter, Vizravana, Plasma, Valiant Sigurd, Yamawaro. Looks like, I don't know which one's going to be her default weapon. It's either Valiant Sigurd or Yamawaro. One of them is like increases ultimate damage. Another is like basic attack or something. Plasma Rifle, I think those are like the gold and blue weapons. The electronic style ones that usually have crit rate boosting or critical damage, which I would be very happy about for sure if she got a critical damage booster, since we now have, finally we've gone back around to completing critical hits. So Mirabell's limited supporter works well with critting, so I imagine something like Plasma Rifle will be crit damage. Vizravana, that's Vizravana, that's racial damage. That's usually racial damage, like 9 times out of 10 they're racials. So she's probably going to have something that's designed for like killing machines or demons or something. If she gets the demon boosted one, that would be great, because she would be a protect character with a demon up against that, or even then just a human booster. That would be nice against Ingrid, because she's going to be pure ranged. Assault Shooter, I don't know, that's a good question for me on my end, because it's like, is that going to be her Momochi weapon or anything else? But Prototype 81, that's going to be her gacha signature. Remember, it's the gacha signature weapon. Cool stuff, to say the least. I honestly can't wait to actually try and play her out, because they were cooking real hard with, yeah, it's lagging, of course. It's dropping frames again. It's lagging, yeah, of course. It's lagging again. Okay. Looks more stable. Well, I guess I really just hit those in there. All right, so it seems a bit stable. It's dropping only a little. All right, but Prototype 81, it's interesting because that's her signature weapon. I can only imagine what that thing's going to do in the first place. Usually when they have those sort of weapons, they are going to, like, just, they're usually a generalist type of item. Nothing really, like, mind-blowing stuff. Because, like, if it's not anything that we have to, like, specifically look forward to, it'll just be, like, another ticket we can use for another character. But this lasts the whole month, so anything you got that you've saved up, you can just use it for that. Next up, Blue Archive is doing a collaboration with Action Taimanin. See? They said Archive added. No, this is Red Archive. The addition of the Archive thing is the first thing they talked about with the end-of-year wrap-up thing, and they were talking about how they're going to get these facets in there to the game where we have old events we can go back to. I really hope we can get the supporters out of these. There we go. So it looks like the initial lineup for archived events is going to be Snake Weapons, Onigumo, fantastic situation right there. That's awesome. Hanasaki Yozora. That's she is what is it called? She is increased healing for suppressed characters, and she's red. She's the only supporter in red I think that increases healing, so it's actually kind of helpful for certain characters. I forget what her name is, but she reduces debuff duration, so she's nice. Mary, this is actually a very important acquisition. Ugh. Because she is able to finally go over there, and it's been several years since this event has been reran in the first place, and that way they don't have to run these in anymore and clog up the event space. So at this point we have like Mary's here. You can actually have a fighting chance and not using the exchange facility and having to constantly sit there and use trying to get Mary, but you can get her out of the event, which is fantastic. And then we have the Demonic Weapons series event, which is the one where it's like all the supports do that, and then the one for the founding 3 people. So another effectively useless situation because you get like 1/5 of those copies and they just throw them out. This is actually a good support. This is a niche supporter, but useful. This is the one lady who like you get increased gold on event complete on like mission completion, but she also has a disable call. That's global, which is typically used for it's called Library Girls. Thank you, B. It's you use Mary to get Library Girls. You can complete the formation for it as long as you have the other 2 parts. Now, like the hardest part about the hardest part was getting Mary. Now the other half is now getting Shisui. But you will eventually get her the longer you play. That's just an inevitability. But yeah, she's fine. She's there for just extending debuffs. But at this point of the game, debuff extension with Sue has effectively been replaced by Oboro because she can just keep looping it around. Like, you don't need to specifically have disarm anymore. You can just use Oboro because it's even better disarm. Original Micah. This one's blue, actually, so it works out very well with her. Well, at least now. This supporter did not used to work with her at all. But if, like, and it was the only damage to debuff enemies support in blue until, I think, Foxy Grandma. And together, they're actually quite strong. But the problem being is, like, you couldn't see this. We've only had this supporter a run on the initial go around and then a rerun for it. I forget what her name is, but she has like increased damage to, like it's really high damage increase to buffed enemies. So there's actually she's actually finds some sort of use because of because of VR, because of Total War, because of other situations. Now she actually finds out a place to work out for the best. I'm happy about that. Human damage, Felicia. Let's see, snake weapons for Sue, Murasaki, and Rinko. No, not Hanasaki Yozora. It's the girl that's like partners up with Sora, and they teaches her how to use her archery abilities. Good supporter because it actually synergizes well with her. And one of my favorite early game supports is what's her name right here? I'm losing it. Yeah, one of my favorites. I don't even know her name. She's over there, and she gives increased boost to healing and an instant call to go heal up. Good for turtling and trying to get you out of a tight spot. Because some characters don't have a lot of healing in green, and this is effectively the answer. But that's just like speculative, though. If it's just viewing the event itself, that's one thing. It's another thing, though, to let us be able to get copies. They haven't said anything about that, because I'm looking over here at Onigumo, and I'll have a third 5/5 copy of her. Or am I going to have 2 5/5s and a single 1/5 supporter? That's a very strong question, because all I'm seeing a lot of is people saying, oh, I'm going to make the assumption we're going to get the 5/5 copy. I hope we do, but I have to look at this with cautious optimism because of the lack of transparency. Alright, and now we go to the next part, which is my favorite portion of it. The arena tower is expanded another 10 floors. This is, it currently is at 100 right now, so we go to floor 110. This is going to be something interesting to do when we get Mirabel out here. See what a modern character is going to do against a modern floor increase. Because the last 2 times they've increased this, it's gone up by 25 floors. And this is now going up by 10, so I can only wonder, it's like, are you going to either do this more often, or are you going to give us less floors every 6 months? We shall see. Because I can imagine this is going to have stuff like various VR bosses we've had. Like, I know for sure we're going to see Kanaloa, we're going to see Thank You Too. We're gonna see Ingrid. We're gonna see the robots again, spiders. Probably more combinations and more disgusting aspects. Like, at least we're allowed to crit for now in the tower. I can only imagine what 10 floors of this is gonna do, because it's like, how punishing will it be? But this is also like, this is fixed content, so that means it's always going to be a certain way. And I wonder what the rewards are going to be too, because the last ones were just like uncapped stuff, no demonites or nanomachines or anything like that. If it's another, like, if it's like more nanomachines and like demonites, that would be great. It'd be just weird to have it in like floor 110 or something. You think they would put that for like floor 100 or something like that, but what have you. We will certainly see with on April 1st. Because it's like, I'm gonna give it a go on myself to see what happens. Give it the good old Asiago try. We'll make that content for the week. We'll do it with we'll try to do it with Mirabel. We'll see what happens. So then we have the noon returning users event. If you've been away for a while, and I'm sure there's actually going to be a lot of players returning in the next week or two. If you are coming back for the first time in a while, you can get rewards using AP and BP consumption payback event. So it's like you use AP and you can get AP back in the form of AP supply, BP potions, gems, beads, and many more items. Very good stuff. It's going to last through the entire month. But you think by now they just learned to reset the floors? You think by now that they'd have this as a weekly content reset so you can get another treadmill going at the same time. You'd have 3. You'd give a person to play for about 3 hours, or it would burn them out really quickly. Totally depends on what's going on. So we have the new user event, which lasts the whole month. You get the limited costume voucher, limited weapon 3, limited supporter 3, and more items. So this is not exactly the best situation for a new player, because you're going to be getting, well, the costume is nice, which is really great. But the limited weapon and limited supporter, they are on tickets, not vouchers. You can't choose what they're going to be, which is honestly just... It adds to the luck of the draw situation and makes it so that you have to, like, you take what you get. Because there are these limits, I can already tell, like, these are, like, limited weapons and supporters from, like, I guess the packages. And even then, those range from, like, okay to severely broken. I imagine someone could just go pop off and say like make some inflammatory content. It's like, you need to get the Shosu from this thing. If you're a Rinko main, you've got to do this sort of thing to make her work out. No, you don't. You use Leyline, you use her arena weapon, and you use that until you're rank 120, and don't do anything else, because it's out there. I know it is. But these are tickets. They're going to be random chance. It's going to be really shitty if it's something you don't need, or it's something you won't find a use for. Because sometimes they're like specifically supporters and weapons that are curated specifically for the character, and if you don't have them, well, buddy, you're just shit out of luck. So after that, we have the new students login event extended. That's the last until beginning of May 5th. No, it's May 6th. So then we have the New Year's Welcome event. You can obtain rewards by clearing daily missions during the event period. The last event from, what is it? It looks like probably from the beginning of April to the beginning of May. Welcome Master Box 2 gems, UR tickets, 30 days of Heavy Sheikah's day off, and more. I like that. That's good. It gives you, it lets you, they're freebasing you in the sense that like you get the full month of Heavy Sheikah's day off. That's double drops. You're not going to get the gem boost, but that's more slots and the double drops. And I think, no, you don't even get the other thing for that. Let me check what the item does when you use it yourself, because I still have like 2 of those. Here it is. It's bonus skill slot, plus 20 to your max AP, and bonus item drop. You get that for 30 days. It's a really great way to start building the habit across the month. Very good stuff. I like that. Welcome Master Box 2. My question, I don't know what those do off the top of my head. I think those are the ones that let you choose a character. So like the first Master Box, I think, lets you pick a character up to just right after Oboro. I wonder what this one's going to take it to, because it's like, what, the first 10, 12 characters? It's probably going to go like to the first 20 characters, which would be really great, because if I go back here to the menu, there we go. Because the last one went up to, where's Oboro? There she is. So, no, I think it actually went past Oboro all the way up to, like, Asuka. So, like, imagine, like, part 2 would take you all the way to, like, from past Kurenai and Ingrid to, I'd almost want to say, like, it would probably end up at Rin. No, where's Rin anyways? Oh, that's right, I took her out of there because she's on the main screen. Because it's, probably there up to Nagi would make sense. Because that's like the first half of characters. I think you remember getting Nagi for it, so I don't know. I'm quite confused on what Master Box is in the first place. But you really should give the gem boost and make him stick around to the whole month. It's like, well, they can't really give out the gem boost because that's paid. That's like a paid currency situation. It goes up to Shisui. Okay, cool. That's actually really nice. So if it goes up to Shisui, then you can go... They're probably going to make it go up to somewhere around, I'd want to say, Phantasma. Like that next one. So it's like... Because after Shisui was Eleanor, Hebiko, Lena, Spinel, and Lapis, and Phantasma. Like... If it goes straight up to like the Phantasma or something, I would be honestly fine with that. Because then it still leaves room for like this year's characters, but would give you access to both Lapis or Spinel. Like two of the game's top 2 characters because they synergize so well. I mean, I wish it would give gems too, but it certainly would... I wish it cost less in the first place. Because like we've said before, Heavy Sheikah's day off, the most of the cost where it comes from is the fact that you get like 2,200 gems across the month. Alright, turning users, comeback event. Oh cool, they get inventory expansion items, gems, and voucher for Ultimate Weapon X and more. That's probably just like various level up equipments. I wish they would give out more expand inventory items, because it's like I'm at 1,000 slots right now, and I really don't want to keep spending just like 5 gems for 10 more slots. It gets really annoying, because as the game goes on, they're just gonna keep giving me more gear and everything like that. So I think I have to I've got to get rid of a lot of materials in the first place. Like here's the thing. Here's like a problem that comes out too. That's like only specific to like, here's a very specific and niche problem that comes with inventory. When a new character comes out, a new character takes up about 5 to 6 slots, because you get 2 SR weapons, in some cases an arena weapon, an R weapon you're probably going to delete, so that's back to 3. In some cases you're going to get like what is it? 2 SRs, the arena weapon, possibly their gacha weapon. That's 4. That's 4. And then you have 5 in the sense that they're going to take up a friendship token slot. That's something people don't consider because we have 36 characters in the game right now. It's going to be, I think, what, 37? Yeah, it's going to be 37 characters next week. So that's 37 slots taken up by just the emblems themselves, which is, when you don't really think about just how much space those take up, but it's like it's only going to increase over time. So that's, I think that's about almost 4 or 5 slots a piece. So that's the thing though. That's 36 times 4. That's like what, 100 and what's 120 plus 24. It's like 120 plus 24. It's 144 slots in general. Not to mention that you have to have, like, after a certain point, you're going to be making Magatamas, and you have, like, 70 of those in most cases. Yeah, the option to recycle them is pretty nice, but I end up having to find new uses for those. Because not only do you have to use friendship tokens for, like, making costumes, you have to use them for uncaps. And those require 15 from 75 to 81, and then from 81 to 87 is another 15, so it takes 30. It's annoying to say the least, but it's like they just take up they just take up space. There's a lot of stuff that does it. I honestly probably should go out there and clean up a bunch of my used tickets or whatever. More or less, I'd probably end up most likely having to just go get more inventory slots. But whatever. But Voucher Ultimate Weapon X, I actually still have a Ultimate Weapon X voucher. So let me take a look about what that has. It's limited to, I think it already goes up to 1,500 slots in the first place, which is still a lot. QRSTUVWX. Weird. I thought I had an Ultimate Weapon X. No, I think I actually used it yesterday because I have been spending a little bit of time just like trying to clean up my inventory because I'm at 927 slots full of stuff. That's right. I used Ultimate Weapon X to go pick up Mr. Wonder Bear. No, I picked up the Chuck Liddell bear, so I get it for Noah. Alright, let's keep moving though. The April events sheet. So we have the login event for the whole month. If you log in for 15 cumulative days, you get gems, voucher, optical suit, very cool. You are Gahaka ticket. Thank you, Grammary. Thank you for having a spelling error in your professional document. Emblem kit, very good actually. I like that. I like emblem kits because making them in the first place is very expensive and time consuming. And more. Okay, so it's probably just like various upgrade materials and everything like that. The Easter event, an event where you contain random rewards from the Easter egg basket, which is acquirable by acquiring surprise missions during the event period. So the Easter egg basket reward, green eggs and red ham, emblem kit, crystal fragment, limited gacha coins, and more. Let's see. I think I have one Easter egg left. I have Easter egg blue. That's 50% XP for one day. Green and red did something else. I think. Oh goodness. Green did AP restoration, and I think red did something else. I don't know if they're gonna give away blue ones again, because the blue ones are always really nice for leveling characters when they come out. Because it's like the blue Easter egg, 50% XP for one day. Fantastic. I'll be leveling them up in 1 hour. In less than an hour instead of like an hour itself. It's just a little bit of efficiency. But the fact it'll be giving away emblem kits, crystals, and limited gacha coins, those are probably like a 2 or 3% chance ones. It's always worth trying. Always worth trying. Golden Week event. It's that time of year. An event where you can get rewards from the lucky draw system by using Golden Week coins acquired by logging into the game and clearing surprise missions during said event period. This is in the latter half of the month. Lucky draw rewards will include nanos and demons, mirage crystals, and crystal kits, and many more items. So I imagine this is like it's you pay for these, and it's like you can do those sort of stuff. So the lucky draw streak rewards would include a new commander mark, My Precious, Kashiwa Mochi, and the golden present box, and many more. So you just roll, baby, roll. That's good stuff, because Golden Week in most gacha games usually gives great rewards. Like, really great stuff. And 'tis the season. In the latter half of the month, starting on the 15th all the way to May 6th, Anrose will be half off. So there you go, everybody. If you've been wanting Anrose again for some reason, you can have another chance at her to go get some free shit and some gems, and there you go. Get yourself some Anrose. On to the next part. Luxury box package repeat. So I think this is like one of those other situations where it's really efficient usage of getting Demonite, Nanomachines, Mirage Crystals, tickets, and crystals. It's all top tier items for probably going to be some sort of a discount at some point. So it's worth doing at some extent. It may be worth it. Let's see how much it costs. But it lasts from the latter half of the month, so it's it's at the very end of the month all the way to the beginning of May. So that's most likely it's probably one of those like the $20 Demonite and Nanomachines packaged together. It's nice. Maybe we'll pick it up. We've got better news though. This time we got a golden pass coming out like they do every month. This one is very special. Icy Hot Mom. The special reward out of this the paid version of our battle pass is going to be Peerless Beauty Ragnarok. Icy Hot's mom, looking real good, cool as can be, pale as a ghost, but absolutely ice cold. Looking fantastic. Gotta say, almost worth picking up this battle pass as opposed to the previous one with fucking Kiara. I don't like Kiara very much, but Ragnarok over here, her mom's got it going on. That's what I was saying. That's the $23.99 Zooey Mama right there. Ooh-wee, the hottie. That's what I like to see. That's worth it. Obviously, it's a golden pass. They give the same rewards every time, but it's like that's a reward this month. So $23, you get yourself. That's a real winner. In fact, I would almost say it's like whenever this comes back around, you have to pay the $32 for it. Yeah, go ahead, because it's cool mom with the hot bod looking great. That's the winner. That's the winner here. Next up is a new and repeat event story. New event story: the secret escort screening test. Sora over here is going undercover as a prostitute. I mean a maid. So our working girl over here, she's working real hard for us. Our Foxy lady, first of all, this is a similar situation to Lena, where you do the event and the box like 9 reward or box 10 is the supporter itself. Is the costume itself. Because for one thing, it's like they're doing the same, like they're doing a thing that they did previously with Kurenai, is that Kurenai had 1 year of build-up behind her. That is one of the biggest things about her in the first place, because Kurenai went from having like limited packages and stuff like that. She's had those, but it's like she went with minimal costumes in there, and everybody forgot. So they've been giving costumes slowly but surely to Sora to probably gauge interest. Like the first costume Sora got in a long time was her nine-tailed fox costume for Halloween. And then it's like, okay, she gets another costume again for the racing series. And then this one too, she's going to have a whole event dedicated to her. She has a spot in the story. So they've been building her up. They've spent a lot of time getting people interested in her again. So I really feel like at some point this year, she's going to get a renewal, and it's going to be pretty goddamn earth-shattering. Because with Kurenai, not a lot changed for her, but she did get a weapon that absolutely just totally redeemed her in my eyes. So here's the thing though, Sora's already very good. She's quite strong too. So I can only imagine what they're going to be doing with her and to make her even more potent. But the potency here is not lost because my goodness, she gets the fun buns, she gets the little maid hat with the ahoge, and she's got a little maid dress with the fox head that says Sora on it. Isn't that cute? It's great. Because their event reward is Foxy Maid. Foxy Maid. We gotta put it together next to her with Foxy Grandma. Even though they aren't foxes, even though one isn't a fox, I like putting them together because one's a silver fox and the other's a fox in training, you know. Next up is a repeat event story. Sold. Mayhem at the Auction. Everybody's favorite little tiger over here, Torajiro. When she released, she had a little bit of thing about her because you could do stuff like invincibility extension. You can't do that now. However, regardless of controversy and stuff, Torajiro is a fantastic supporter. An amazingly good supporter in green, because for the longest time, all the green has ever had is like slightly boosting technology and critical damage. Torajiro now brings the heat with the fact that you now have 30% damage to all enemies. It's a Stella, it's a Stella and a Homura put into green. Fantastic stuff and a pretty cool call too. Really, really good stuff. And at the same time, we're going to be running into a pickup supporter. We've talked about her before. She's really good. Fuyutsuki, because Fuyutsuki's effect is the you have a 50% chance to get an attack boost on enemy death. So when you have stuff like Spider Queen, Tenkyu 2, Kanaloa, general levels and stuff like that, the buff lasts 90 seconds and you can effectively cap it like in the first 2 waves, or in some cases the first wave. You get that and you just become even stronger for like 90 seconds. And the thing is, it's like it doesn't the duration just keeps resetting itself on kills too. So you can, if you have a lot of mobs in there, you can keep it up permanently. It's a very, very good supporter in just about 80% of all content. I remember when we did our supporter tier list, this was very much worthwhile. It's going to be. It's one of those it's a supporter that's going to be just not permanently, it's just fantastically good. So pick yourself up Shuten Joji at home, because this one, our drunken lady, very good stuff. Get yourself a Fuyutsuki. Who knows? When Mirabell comes back around, when she makes release, you can pick herself up. You can pick her up too. Pick up a few copies of her on the way. But I know what you've been waiting for. Let's go to the next one. New and repeat packages. Our newest package coming up next month is Lightning Sonic the Hedgehog Uehara Rin with the weapon Lightning Rouser and some gems. She gets to be Raido from the Kunozuha Raido series. She gets to be Raido in the Soulless Army. She's looking fat as hell. She's got those babies hanging out right there. These clothes can't even hold it back. The club can't even handle her right now. I am honestly in shock. She's got the vacuum seal clothing. It's like she is putting the stretch on. Those clothes are hurting, baby. This is probably her, I want to say it's a similar costume to Asagi, where they have Asagi's, it's the one where she dresses up as the White Ranger. Because this would be Blue Ranger Rin or something. Asiago, where are you? There you are. Silver Twilight Asagi, so this would be Lightning Sonic. Okay. So it should be Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the expensive bundles. This is this month's limited package. I wonder what it's going to do, because this is now going to be her second limited package. The first time around with Assault Rin, the supporter was good. The weapon was okay. I liked that costume because it looked like Gantz, and I made that costume work out for me. That was one of my favorite thumbnails to make too. She's super duper Rin Sensei. She's got lightning powers. She's got the funny hat. She's got the giggle goggles, and she got a cape too. She's a phantom thief if I ever saw one. This releases on April 15th to, May 20th. So it lasts about a month. Yeah, we'll talk about that later with New Link. Alright, next up we have another repeat package. Father's Shadow with the weapon in Yokoshima with AP and BP. This lasts the entire month. This will be a week after release. But this is Nagi's Momochi costume. The single best costume that that Nagi has, because, well, Bodyguard Nagi is really good too. But this is the one that I've always used because it's so cool. It's just traditional armor in the first place. She gets to look like dear old dad and looks cool as hell doing it. You can take off the helmet. She looks awesome. I love it. I love the armor. I got her to have her Strider outfit too, where I colored the scarf red, and then I got the armor totally black. Fantastic. I hope, yes, I was about to say that, Cardinal. That outfit cost $9. That cost $9. You got a UR weapon out of it, and you got a really, really cool costume for Nagi. We were talking about this costume, I think, like probably 2 months ago, and saying like this hasn't been running forever. It is the cheapest costume. It is the cheapest limited costume in the game. $9. You actually get a decent weapon out of it too, because it's Yokoshima is just a Momochi weapon, so it's like it's perfect. It's legitimately perfect. Can't be beat. Because Rin's gonna cost fucking $40, and oh god, it's lagging again. Son of a bitch. Hate this. Hating this shit. Gotta tell that motherfucker out there to get off the goddamn Wi-Fi. I'm trying to stream in here. Okay. Repeat packages. Back again is Peerless Beauty Lapis. That'll come back at the beginning of the month all the way to the middle. And Demon Idol Ingrid, that's another one that's going to cost $32 to get because it was a Golden Pass costume. And then we have Peerless Beauty Astaroth, wonderful costume. That's going to come back in the latter half of the month. And then we get down to new costumes. We got Secret Garden. We're going to talk about these. Secret Garden gets a new permanent edition in the aspect of Kingdom Hearts Lapis and something out of Taba Tokiko. Really cool stuff. I wish this there's a Tokiko scene from I think Taba or RPGX where there's the legendary Tokiko blindfold where she's getting totally nailed. They didn't put that in there, which kind of sucks. But Kingdom Hearts Lapis is my favorite. These are the censored versions of the costume too. We will talk about that. But it's like, I like that. That's fun. She's got more belts than she actually does have things to wear. She's like Lulu, but like not in the same degree. Let's see. Ooh, perfect. After that, we get a new costume. Tokiko's returning to her roots. That's perfect. That's from 4/8, so that's a week after paid release for Mirabell. Peerless Beauty, the second wave, releases on the 15th to May the 6th. Nagi gets a new outfit after forever. It's going to have been 5 ever even. Nagi's gotten her own limited set, which is good. But Murasaki, she strikes a pose, and now she doesn't look like a zombie anymore. She gets her own kimono as well. Very good. Very good stuff from Murasaki. I like it. That's good stuff. Yes. Here's a cool detail about this, though. It's not in there. Okay. I don't know if this shows up on stream, but there's different levels of like shading for the sheer itself, where it has like places where it's bunched up slightly, or it's doesn't have a lot of density. That's a little bit of detail that I really appreciate they did, because it's like, that's good. It actually shows it's like there's different, the light hits things differently, and it also shows like the shears bunching up and stuff like that. It gives it character. Very good stuff for the Peerless Beauty return. And of course, returning costumes will be Peerless Beauty Shiranui. That's going to last from the 1st to the 15th. And Kiara and Shizuru get theirs back. Kiara is, of course, looking terrible. Her mom totally outclassing her in the first place. And Shizuru gets hers and looking very classy as well. I like it a lot. We'll be using that today when we go to VR. That lasts from the 8th to the 22nd. Let's see if it makes it to the end. It doesn't. But at the very end of this all, you get gacha coin times 3. So net A HD CHZ2. Gacha coin times 3. I need to redeem that myself. Let's go do that. But yes, Murasaki has never actually had one of those outfits in the first place. She has had certainly other stuff before. Because let's actually go back to it. Like we have, let's go to characters. Let's go to Mu-chan. Mu-chan, where are you? She's had Kunoichi. She's had, this is what I was talking about earlier, Corpse Princess, where she looks like, where she's got 2/3 of, she's got 1/3 of like a kimono and wearing that, but she's never had anything like it in the first place. I'm glad they reran this again, though. That was good. Dog Torrent. Dog Torrent. Alright, let's see. Let's go to coupons. Couponbug.com. Fantastic. There we go. Redeemed it. Because 3 gacha coins. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. 3 gacha coins. That's going to be great. Because I don't know about you guys, but I am more than ready enough for... we got 153. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for some of that stuff. Murasaki leads the path by chopping the trees down. She got her racing outfit and she looks real great doing it. Where is my... There it is. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, it only took an hour to do it. Let's go to the videos. So, let's mute you. Girls, be quiet. We gotta look at the lady from Florida. Let's see, window capture, awesome. Let's put that at full screen. It's not really full screen too. It's just like it just shrinks all my other windows. Weird. Yeah, it just makes it like wider. All right. Turn that down. I'll pause. Yeah, we can pause you, and then we'll do this. Hold on. I love that. I love the part she just like flips her gun around, and that's great. It's adorable. She got trigger control too. So her Desire Shop costume is going to the Peerless Beauty package. I wonder what... Well, it's like, are they going to zoom out? Okay. Like, we'll zoom out and take a look at this. You're like, this is nice. It doesn't really show off the fact that she's supposed to be this lunk-headed superwoman, because they got her abs down, but they forgot the fact that she also has gigantic arms at the same time. She got Popeye arms, because she's been laying bricks when she was working in Florida, like putting up sandbags for like walls to prevent flooding. It's like I think that's gonna, but I'm gonna put her as like a fake character. Like I'm gonna be like I'm gonna make her a, what is it, her fake personality for me is going to be woman from Florida National Guard. It's gonna be nice. told iOS to hold my beer in regards of censorship. It's something. It's we'll get there. We'll get there after this. It's like she certainly has defined shoulders. Yeah, she has defined shoulders and defined shoulders. Like they certainly gave her stronger arms because we made this point with Spinel where Spinel has stick arms. In fact, most characters in the game have stick arms, but they just made it like they put like implants in her arms to give her like fake muscle, but they didn't increase the density of it. Not the best bathrobe costume, but it'll work. I do like how she has green nail polish. That's a nice touch. Yeah, indeed. This is nice. I wonder what the uncensored version of the costume is going to look like, because she's just covered in sheer all the way around, which is, I like that. But it's also the fact it's like it's fishnets on sheer, on camouflage sheer, because it's like she has the runs in the stockings where they're all bunched up and torn, but then she has like the top half over here. It's like it's a big lime green mismatch situation, which is I like most of it, but I want to see what it looks like without all the aspects. Look, oh man, look, she's freaking huge though, enormous even. It's not, well, at least you get to see her be shy. Oh no, she's. Oh no, they're not runs. They're band-aids. She's succumbing to self-harm. Mirabell, it's okay. You can reach out and help us. You don't have to hurt yourself to feel something, to punish yourself. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, this is awesome. Now we get tactical Mirabell. We get to actually see it for what she is. They gave her their stomach, her texture right there, ab definition. Though my question is going to be, I don't know if they're going to show like a side shot of it again, but my question is there going to be actual deformation, or is it going to just be a texture? That's my question. But I like this. Asuka has the same half jacket, and I think Aina has a similar thing in the first place too. So she gets the tactical 5'11" half jacket for pure fashion. This is like her gym training clothes too. So she's got the sports bra look on too, alongside the short shorts with the trainers underneath. I do like how they have the tactical belt on her though, and it's not like some sort of like this isn't like, you know, like the regular old tactical belt. This is like the 5'11" belt that you get from like Station or something like that they'll order from you from like Black Hawk Tactical. They'll put it through there. It costs like $90. In reality, it costs like 10 to make. So it's like maximum profit. You get that defense contract. But it's like this is an actual one you can buy too. We should do that. We make a steal her look type of thing. Like we show off like it's a $90 belt, a $2,000 half jacket, like $100 sports bra or something. Be great. Like it's a bit all over the place. It's like I wish you could like these textures are like added to her legs and everything like that, so you can't remove them. But we also talked about this last week. This covers her neck. That means this is all modeled differently from her body. So they keep the head the same, so she won't have any headgear on top of this, but she will have customizable features that can be removed. I wonder if you can remove the jacket. That's another question. But look at that. It's like Salvaria over here. They got like the immense support boosting aspects over there. But I think Mirabell herself is the type of lady who works out real hard. Also, that's a bit... I just noticed this. Guys, have you ever used a pair of like adjustable dumbbells before? Have you ever seen it where is this a thing where they take the the dumbbells and put the small plates on the inside as opposed to like inside then outside. I don't know if that's a thing or not because they certainly have that over here on the bench on the like the shoulder press where the small is on the outside and it's the big one's on the inside. Does that change your reps or something? I'm not quite sure. That's a bit weird. Now the whole reason for today's thumbnail is she gets to share with Miss Ina Winchester herself. Two big American women coming over there with shooting guns. My favorite. Fantastic stuff. She looks great in it. She's absolutely putting the hurt on that costume. It's like that is amazing. I love it. She gets the fit in there with the scruffy like the half jacket that Ina has, the tube top, the tactical fingerless gloves. She gets to have her bullpup rifle. It's really nice. Sadly, she does not get the same. We did not get to see the like ab definition though. Well, actually, we do because she's just absolutely just flexing through the dress at all times. It's really great. And then we finish strong. She's so angry. That's right, we get our Karen at home, except our Karen at home over here manages to have massive muscle definition and wears no pants. This is her maid outfit. It looks really good. It's her official maid outfit because she gets to have the, what is it? I think it's like, there's some ranking stuff over here. I guess we'll have to take a closer look. Oh yeah, here's a cool thing that I noticed. When I first saw this right here, the little ties right there to attach the, I guess the front part. I don't know what this is called. I thought those were like rifles, the little rifle ties on her maid outfit. I like, oh, that's a really cool detail, but it's not. They're just bows. I'm like, oh, it's the American brain in there. It's like guns. Are those guns? Yeah, she's got some real guns over there. She's gonna flex and blow those collars off. Oh yeah. Very cool. I want to hit escape. What the fuck? Please. I guess that's a Google update or something. Okay. Next up, we have the other Mirabell stuff package where it's like, guess what? You got the thingy. You got the stuff. All right, let's take a look at this. Yeah, oh no, Ina's short. But she's got some real super duper bazongers on there. Girls knows what she's doing. All right, this is the combat portion now. They took Ina's model and stretched it abs and brown skin. Yeah, Ina got a tan, changed races, went to the gym, did 10 million crunches, and became that big. That's what she does now. That's Ina. She's just tall Ina now. And effectively, she's going to be tall Ina. So they once again are promoting the $90 package again. Benefit. Military. Okay, so now but the thing is, we actually get to see what the names of these costumes are going to be. They obviously give vouchers, which are 350 gems a piece if you don't do that. So, Drill Sergeant Mirabell, Peerless Beauty, Military Maid, that's cool. Cleansing Everwhite, these are ambitious weapons. So, the package is now not worth it for people who do that. So, this is the ambitious weapons are like the traditional package weapons where you get it on release, where it's like as soon as you get 20%, as soon as you get, what do you call it? Max particles, you do 20% more damage, and it's impossible to acquire new copies unless you use Demonite. Not worth it. And then it's like, wow, they only give you 4 costumes. That's kind of crap. Because it's like, what? I think the rest of them are, no, these are permanent costumes too. Oh well. 500 gems and 1,000 accelerators. They could really honestly make it a more tangible and desirable package, because it's like they made it desirable in the first place with Ragnarok by putting her weapon behind this. Like 1,000 accelerators? No. You get a lot better results if you use just like regular sweep tickets. I hate it when they do this. I really do. Oh my god. We gotta rewind that. You get the live version of me saying this. Go back. Go back. Go back. We have to see it again. There, hold on. Yes. This is where I want to be right here. I want to be the dirt where she like hunkers down, gets down to like just gun them all away. Amazing. Amazing stuff right there. That's great. That's great. We need to be the dirt between her tits. Oh yeah, baby. Now she shoots micro missiles. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that was the wrong way. So in all of her other splash art and everything, she uses the strips here are supposed to be like orange. They're not orange. So are they? Is this a Mandela effect situation where I'm remembering it wrong and they've always been white? Because in other cases it's like, because if they weren't, because now that they're not orange, they just blend into the rest of her costume. They were orange because they gave it a nice tertiary effect around it. Because obviously, you know, you see where the muscles are and also where like they line up to her tits and everything. But also now we have nipple definition too. If you guys didn't notice that, this is some real areola game too. Even her areolas are flexing. Like the nipple, we got nipple game right here, and it's also like you can just see the slightest deformation under there. She's got gigantic pepperoni nipples. Amazing stuff. Oh, that's just a light reflecting outfit. But that's what I'm gonna say it is. So that's her limited weapon that she gets from the package. She's just gonna have modified copies of her like the L86 or something like that. One of you guys said what the weapon was supposed to be a copy of. Like it's based off of that, and then it's heavily modified. I forget what it's called, but it's like I forget. But it's like that was really cool. I wonder if she has like an MTAR or something. Okay, I was right, because look, it says that they're orange. In the next scene, they are orange. So it's like that's what they're supposed to be. They needed to be orange because it gives the highlighting effect to them. I think that's a bug. That's not a bug, or they just missed out on it. Okay, this is what I was waiting for all week. At the start of battle, 60% of particles are charged. She puts on an exoskeleton suit when the ultimate effect is active, allowing her to use close combat. 120, 100 accuracy that gives you defense and special defense down. Oh man, that's really good for just sweeping. She's fire fighting. Oh man, who would have known? Riot tackle and storm missiles. After using the ultimate, pressing said ultimate button again or waiting 15 seconds triggers an area attack around the character and ends the ultimate effect. She gets the best of both worlds with the hard suit that we have been waiting for so long and the ability to nuke. So now she manages to turn it all on its head. For years, I've been wanting this character who manages to allow themselves to get. They've managed to prove it. That you can have the nuke and you can have boosted transformation powers that also now unlock secondary abilities. Amazing. This is great. This is perfect. This is the sort of thing I want. Oh, it's fucking lagging again. God damn it. Fucking every time. Oh my lord. Come on, everybody. Use your energy. Cool. But yes, this is it. This is turned everything on its head. Now, this lasts 15 seconds. That's actually a really, really long time. So I can only imagine that, like, actually, if you want to actually start using ultimate spam builds again, this just may be viable. We'll have to see though, because that lasts 15 seconds and you still get a nuke too, which is a godsend among itself. I love it. Okay, let me get back again. Mirabell is so big she's causing the stream to lag. So now she gets to, let's go back a couple frames. In my patented YouTube slow-mo. That club particle buff is going to be used a lot, isn't it? It's going to be used a lot. It's going to be something. It's going to be, like, I've been using, I don't ever have to use it for the most part, but since she starts off with 60% charged on arrival, that means it's like she still needs to get that there. So she has 60% on command, and then if you have the 20% innate boost, that automatically puts you at 80%. And so that means she'll get her first ultimate off really early. That's the ticket right there. She has a lot of summonable objects. Okay, we'll go back. So, yeah. Reload. She's our House of the Dead character too. She's okay. So, her basic attack string is just shooting her rifle off. We don't have to worry about that sort of thing. The projectiles look pretty quick though, so that's good. But it looks like she's doing just a little above Emily levels of damage, which is understandable because she shoots a lot of projectiles, and the more that she has, like, if she was able to shoot quickly and have, like, I don't know, Murasaki damage and like Murasaki or like Azusa damage at the same time, she'd be pretty damn broken. My question is though, is like, what are they gonna do with those familiars? They use fire support a lot. This is what it's supposed to look like in green, because the Sora supporter they have over there on the right is specifically for green characters. So when she used fire support, she managed to get a speed boost out of it. So I imagine this is supposed to be specifically for specifically that. Like when you drop fire support, that's just like, it probably goes to wherever the target is, and then it drops bombs down, like Ina's like bomb call works too. Would New Year Kaoru work on her? New Year Kaoru works on every character because it's designed to just effectively extend combos. Let me pull up my New Year Kaoru because I gotta find mine as well. That's a blue supporter. It's blue. Cool. Where are you, Kaoru? Oh, please. Oh, no, I can't find her. Oh, she didn't go that far. We haven't gotten to the policy change yet. We're getting there after that because we're getting the good news out of the way because, frankly, there's not very good stuff coming up soon with the policy change. Because, there she is. All right, combo stack duration is 62.5% increased. And then it increases damage of normal attacks by 27.5%. That is specifically for the Protect set. So, but it also, when you put in the main slot, if you reduces damage taken by, looks like 8% for 5 seconds every 10 combos. So 24% damage off when you max it out. And then it reduces enemy critical rate and nukes. So, yes, New Year Kaoru would work fantastically on her. And New Year Kaoru was also a general pool supporter, so you can let her spook you and just be just fine with it. Policy change is not going to be fun. I've already done some stuff about that, but it's like let's enjoy our time with Mirabell. That's think of the positives here, folks. But fire support looking good. I like these little call effects from a range. It's like you effectively just send the bees at them. All right, this is when she has her ultimate active. She's using close combat, and she goes over there to smacks him down. Look at that AoE coverage. Look at that AoE coverage. Oops. But I want to see, it's like, well, all the enemies were armor broken there. So with the enemies being armor broken there, we didn't get to see if like that skill is going to be invincible by itself. Also, straight up Nikki gameplay over here. She got her whole ass out there. They ain't covering nothing up. She's got the ponytail and everything. We caught her sleeping with her ass out, everybody. She is enormous. Got her moon boots and everything. Fucking goddamn. 2 attack boosts out of it though too. I wonder if like when you use this, you also like when you use like close combat, you get a damage boost as well. But she what skill did she use there? She went from close combat into command assemble, which drops off a familiar, and it looks like it does what I predicted. Since it's a familiar, it's doing pretty crappy damage, but it gives very high particle charge. I don't know. Look at that. I don't know, it looks like close combat itself is is specifically a skill you can use. Looks like it starts off on a 9-second, and then her other 2 skills are based off of they're pretty quick cooldowns for the most part. That's the best example they could have ever given in there. Alright, so she uses close combat. She still can be hurt during the animation itself, which kind of sucks. It really sucks. But it's like, I wonder if she has any healing, or somebody else has to do it. Because that looks like what the set is going to be in red, because that for the Lena support, right? Not Lena. Lydia's supporter right there. That's for crit damage and all damage, specifically for the red setup. So it looks like she's going to be inherently designed to, one, is stay out of the fight. She's going to stay out of the fight in the first place, and then do as much damage she can from there. Like, she's commanding her troops to like go in for her and do everything like that. But if you use the turret and you use Avengers Assemble or something with close combat, you're down to using your pea shooter, and she's got 1,077 combo going, and the boss is not dead. So this actually seems like a really good situation for something like what's her face? It's like Yuri Hisui. That lady, where it's like if you get 200 combos, like a combo 200 hit combo, and then you use her active, you'll do like 500,000 damage per hit and just like instantly delete anything. Like that was a very old Emily build, and it's like some other characters get a lot of use out of that, but well, now it's back and probably going to be a little bit better for her. She has her own custom costume and everything. Look at that. There it is. That's amazing. Look at, she's Samus. She's looking like Samus Aran right there. She's got her Gatling gun. She's got the gigantic capacity magazine. She's got the legs. It's like they're even so big as that where they have to cover up everything right there. Amazing. Great stuff. She looks like what is it, like the dark Samus from like what is it? 2 was Hunters, wasn't it? Yeah, like something straight out of like either Federation Force or Prime Hunters. Kaboom. Fantastic stuff. All right. Doesn't she look great? That's going to be a nice release for sure. It's not going to be as like, I wonder what she's going to change or brings it to the store though, because Ragnarok managed to bring something incredible to the table with her chain freezing and everything like that. I can only just hope it's like a long time wanted character. A long time awaited character like Mirabell is gets something nice out of it. The fact alone that she gets the her hard suit and is able to not only use it in combat and then transform into it as well, to use it as a nuke, it's like, that's good. That's really great. Though I wonder, yeah, just as you were thinking last week that she should summon her exoskeleton, she should. And the dream came true. I'm very happy about that. I really am, because it's like that's something like I said earlier today, that is something that they could have never done something like that in the beginning of when the game first came out. But now we actually have like Punishing Gray Raven Light. I forget which character it is. It has a similar situation to her, but it's good. I wonder though, they didn't show her the ultimate right there. It looks like it uses the nuke, but however, it's like when it says dons her like suit and everything like that, she used close combat. And she was able to just like use the suit. The suit probably just makes it have armor in the first place. But they didn't show off like using the ultimate and having like what that would look like. So even then, so it's like we're gonna be a little skeptical, a little bit of skepticism. But she has if she's able to be out there, they're probably doing this. If they'll show off like she uses these skills, but it's like when you use they're saving what you're supposed to see when you use the ultimate for when she releases, so that's pretty good. Now it's time for everybody's favorite section, bad news. This is directly from their website and everything. Important. Advance notice regarding certain issues regarding certain costumes. Android operating system only. Greetings from the Action Taimanin team. Due to Google Play's policy, the following costume themes will be no longer available on the Android only. Boonie Girl and Secret Garden. After the scheduled maintenance on April 1st of this year, these costumes will be no longer sold on Android devices. However, they will remain on all the other platforms such as iOS, Steam, and Stove, which are unaffected by said change. For the costumes you already own, they will appear as the same on the iOS, and even if you purchase them on other platforms, they will still display as the iOS version when viewed on Android devices. These measures may change in the future depending on platform policies. We apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Thanks a lot. Yes, Stove is effectively like Korean Steam. It's for APK related stuff. Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? So, if you are a new player and you want to go play this game, you're not going to be able to have these sort of costumes. You can't buy them. However, they're just disabled on a front end sort of situation, because obviously if you own them, you own them. You're still going to be able to look at it and do all that other sort of stuff like that, which is fine. Like, if you already have them, you're going to still have them. However, you're just going to have the iOS version. Here's a little devil's advocate situation. You guys shouldn't have made fun of your iOS friends so much. You really shouldn't have, because now guess what? You lost your costumes in the first place and you have to use the iOS version anyways. That's just me being silly though. But so a thing you can do would be You go put it on Steam. Like you go get your friend code, your friend code, but like your account code. Oh, I think it's called a link code. And then you use it, and then go on Steam. You could get it from there, and it will be written to your account. Then you can take the information from that Steam link code, put it back on your phone, and you still have it. It certainly is a lot of hoops to go through because of something as ridiculous as this. This is not because they wanted to do this either. This is because of Google changes. Be starting in April, they have a little thing. I need to find the thing for it because I have shit. Where is it? The Black Silence. No, not Ravnica. I had some sort of thing. I was because when I first heard about this, I think they released this. Yeah, I think it was last night. What is today? The 29th? Yeah, they released this yesterday, and I saw this. I'm like, it's like, what? Because this feels like, if like people are always saying, this feels like a very out of place April Fool's joke. It's a little too early to do that. However, it's also like, this is they did not choose to do this. This is over their heads. No company would ever want to do this in the first place. That's just the thing about it. Yes. Let's see. Now, I'm sure we all understand, though, that Android and iOS are where the money's at for these type of games. Azure Lane, Princess Connect, Granblue, people who play these on the phone are going to spend a whole lot of fucking money. A lot. Like, we're playing on the Steam version right now, and the stove people and everything like that. That is like a minuscule level of revenue compared to the people on the phone. Like, they want the people who are using mom's credit card so they can buy their the costumes and all the packages and everything like that. It's like, they want the money. They obviously do. They're a business at the end of the day. But thanks to Google Play making some social credit maneuvers, it causes a lot of problems in here, which is very sad to see. Like these costumes are still enabled on every other platform but Android. And Android is certainly, the Filipino gamer of choice situation right there. That's who's going to be playing these sort of. That's like the Southeast Asia region, all of Asia, Japan, China. That's where the money is at. Like America and Europe, they're like, well, actually, I think Europe is actually a higher revenue stream than the US is. So it's like, yeah, it's like hurting this is like, it hurts everything around the world. This is but then it brings in, like, when we bring about revenue things like this, it brings up the really big dangerous question: is this going to bring about end of service? Because now it's caused this is going to affect their bottom line. Because these the Bunny Girl costume and Secret Garden are two of the most used costumes in the entire game. They always draw the most attention, for good and for bad. Good in the sense that it's like, it brings eyes to the game and gets people to start playing because the characters are looking that good. And they bring in a lot of money too, because people want gems, because they're gems only costumes. They're also permanent too, so you won't miss any time when they're in the game unless they're specifically past costumes or part of a package. Because of this, this is going to do a number on the bottom line. I'm not gonna lie. This is it's going to be a tumultuous time for the game itself. Now, since this has affected so many things at once, like, I can imagine, like, this is not only for Action Taimanin, this is going to affect other big players in the market as well. Like, if Azure Lane releases, they probably release a statement on something like this too. It's like it's going to do a number on them for sure. Because a lot of people who play these type of games use Android. That's not like a thing. It's just like it's just the truth. That's what happens. Because what do we have here? But it's like, yeah, maybe 300 gems, but it's like, it's still, it gets people to come in because it's like that they're always permanent. They do that. They were kicked in the nuts 3 months ago. I remember hearing about that because it was like they just had to remove like two very old costumes in the first place. Because I actually have over here the Google support Android developer thing. Let's go over here. This is the inappropriate content mantra thing for let's go to that. This is the inappropriate content thing regarding for Android devices and like content. So let's take a read. So this is most this is what's going to apply to most of our stuff. So regarding sexual content and profanity, they don't allow any apps that contain and promote sexual content or profanity, including porn or any content or services intended to be sexually gratifying. We don't allow apps or app content to promote or solicit a sexual act in exchange for compensation. We don't allow apps that contain or promote content associated with sexually predatory behavior or distribute non-consensual sexual content. Content that contains nudity may be allowed if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic, and is not gratuitous. Catalog apps that list book or video titles as part of a broader content catalog may distribute books including both and audio or video titles containing sexual content providing the following requirements are met. Book video titles with sexual content representing a minor fraction of the app's overall catalog. The app does not actively promote book video titles with sexual content. These titles still appear in recommendations based on user history or during general price promotions. Okay. When I read this is what, there's two things that come from this for me. One thing people have said before is that this game is rated T on the App Store. On the App Store and also the Play Store. One thing that came immediately when people were talking about this is just make your game just go to make it an M-rated game. Just go straight for it. There are two things with that. Your market now becomes immediately more limited when you go higher and higher in terms of adult content. That is, like, we are in the franchise of that sort of thing. RPGX is an explicitly adults-only game, and the way they make their money is through the gacha and also hellaciously overpriced merchandise because they can't get advertiser revenue for the most part. Like, it was already a hard sell to get into English over here and finding a sponsor to actually get it through. And then they did a poor job, and we know the rest. So these titles still may appear in the recommendations based on user history or during general price promotions. This means that you can get Action, if they pay for it, Action Taimanin allows them will be promoted alongside other gacha titles in the anime slot. If you've been playing stuff like that, and you'll be able to sort of see that in there as well. Like, going from T to M is actually a pretty big steep jump. All ages is what they want. And Blue Art and like the we'll talk about Blue Archive. We will. Because when they have this sort of thing right here with this, it's like that is strictly an advertising thing. Because they want to be seen, they want to be promoted alongside other products and be be productive and be profitable. If they take away that all ages aspect about it, they lose that penetration, which does hurt the bottom line. Because that's what the whole point of Action Taimanin is. That's also what the point of Go-Go would have been as well, for even lower age market penetration as well. It would have been funny, it would have been cute and funny even, and you can just play it like that. This teen rating, though, is allowed to get to the multifaceted tweens market. This concept right here is where we start towing the gray area, because we're starting to go after those like dudes who are like 13 to 18 years old, and they're like doing this sort of stuff. It's like, I like hot women, I do too, but guess what? Now that's like weird state of affairs in the Play Store. This is probably one of the biggest things that's going to hurt it a lot. The app doesn't distribute any book video title that contains endangerment content, porn, sexual content defined as illegal by applicable law. The app protects minors by restricting access to book video titles containing sexual content. These three right here are like the death knell of this. These are probably being more stringent in the last couple of months because obviously Azur Lane, top seller, you see it all the time. It's like sexual content. That is the end of the day. That is what we're talking about right here. The chokehold is getting stronger. It's already had problems in the past, but now they're just going to crush your spine at the same time. Like, there's no child endangerment here. There's no porn. But it's sexual content defined as illegal by applicable law. That's why good old Azur Lane gets in trouble a lot. I'm sure we've all seen the funny tweet that happened like a few days ago where it has like European Union laws now cause it to have problems. All that sort of stuff. If an app contains content that violates this policy, but that content is deemed appropriate in a particular region, the app may be available to users in that region, but will remain unavailable to users in other regions. This happened literally no more than 2 months ago with fucking Vietnam. It was Vietnam. I was pretty sure about that, right? Because Action Taimanin is no longer accessible in Vietnam. You'd be thinking I'm crazy for saying that, but it's like, yeah, you'd be having a Vietnam. It's like, yeah, it's effectively the test run, and nobody thought about it. Because who cares about Vietnam, right? Now it went global. Now it's global, and it affects everybody. It sucks. It really does. Like, literally just reading this, it's a taxation issue. If it's a tax issue, then it's like different. Okay. So let's read what a common violation would be. Depictions of sexual nudity or sexually suggestive poses in which the subject is nude, blurred, minimally clothed, and or where the clothing would not be acceptable in an appropriate public context. Depictions, animations, or illustrations of sex or sexually suggestive poses or the sexual depiction of body parts. Content that depicts or are functionally sexual aids, guides, or illegal sexual themes and fetishes. Content that is lewd or profane, including, but not to, limited content which may contain profanity, slurs, explicit text, adult or sexual keywords in the store listing or in-app. No bestiality. Apps that promote sex-related entertainment escort services. This is effectively talking about call girls and escort services and compensated dated situations. That's not essentially to us. Apps that degrade or objectify people. Apps that claim to undress people or see-through clothing, even if labeled as prank or entertainment. Look, it's the X-ray dojins. It's the hypnosis app. Content or behavior that attempts to threaten or exploit people in a sexual manner, such as creep shots, hidden camera, non-sexual content, deep fakes, similar technology, or assault content. There we go. So these two don't really apply to us, essentially. Well, at least when we're playing regular Action Taimanin, the bestiality one doesn't apply. I know it's a bit weird because they're actually doing a thing in RPGX right now where they're introducing a new animal. Oh, fuck. Shit. Secret Garden reveals a lot of... It's one of those... Little bunnies in Secret Garden fall into that nice... they fall into these three right here. So these are definitive, but also intentionally vague to get these things through on a case-by-case basis, which is effectively allows them to make them make it a binary choice of yes or no on whether or not you're going to be able to get these in the game. It sucks. It really does. Because, alright, so a classic situation is Shizuru's bunny outfit. That's always a real hot topic situation. Same with Inage's. Because it's like, they get it all out there. These girls are like huge. They got like literally a cash register in more ways than one attached to their chest. We caught her sleeping with her ass out. They are literally that big. And they also are effectively wearing nothing. So, depictions, animations, illustrations of sex acts, that's not there, so we can omit that. Poses or sexual depiction, maybe. Not this so much, illegal sexual themes and fetishes. That's not exactly it, but I get it's like, I don't know where BDSM is exactly illegal, but it's like, it's not exactly like, you know, it's not like a total sneered fetish in situation, but the secret garden fits in the fetish situation. So it's a rough time because obviously they have all this stuff planned for the year, and then when they have policy changes like this, they have to throw out a lot of stuff. So things may end up having to change a lot in the first place, which is a big problem that's going to be coming like forward. Is a lot of change would be happening if this gets reverted, or you know, that's why they say they'll keep us posted regarding this stuff, because if it gets reverted, that's good, we'll still have it. Now the thing is though, is like, if it doesn't get reverted, things are going to change, because we all know it. iOS and Android are the biggest revenue share for this game. If those get hurt, boy oh boy, there is nothing they can do about it. I wonder, just this is the point essentially where the games have to effectively get together and make sure they say, fuck you, man, we need this. This is a livelihood situation right here. Yes, Turtle Boy, you got it, because it's like like many people have shown me like, you want to go see my crazy lewd private room situation. I've seen a lot of those, and not only that, most of our the costumes we have show off tons of skin in the first place. Very crazy stuff. Because all this does is just take a simple read through the inappropriate content thing, and it's like, I mean, I said it right there. It's direct but vague, which gives them the leeway to decide whether or not they want to allow it into the game, or it has to be altered in some fashion to get to satisfy the needs. This is specifically a Google maneuver. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Yeah, Jeff, they're never gonna. It's not gonna get reverted in the most part. It's gonna stay, or things just get effectively changed. Like, obviously, the thing is, this only affects Android. So, like, iOS people will still be able to buy the costumes. They certainly have. They've been doing it since the game's release. And even then, it's like, well, we always called iOS the prudes in the first place. But now Google has went and gone themselves to make themselves that way at all. But back on the thing where it's like, we can either have a mature version of the game or the teen and the all ages version as well, because it's like that brings in a whole can of worms upon itself. It's like, because like we said, Blue Archive has both. Thank you, Kaiten Screw, for coming in there. So with Blue Archive, it has the all ages and it also has the mature version. Because what I think is, in the all ages version, you can't see like the funny sexy costumes like Akko dress and Beach Nonomi and Yui. the whatchamacallit, the swimsuit versions, a lot of characters like swimsuit Hanako. That's a swimsuit Hanako is like a Bremerton level of loot outfit situation. It's a similar situation to like dress Akko is like St. Louis with the gala dress. So it's like things. It's rough. It's real rough. It's gonna be since said reversions may never come, we are gonna be in a rocky time for the game for sure. The question is though, is this going to put the game into end of service? No, it won't. Because it's two outfit sets, albeit two very popular outfit sets, but it won't. This isn't like they destroyed the game. We can still play it. That's still going to be happening. That won't change. But the costumes are such an amazingly huge draw that it hurts a lot. It's like, because like even though I play on Steam, it's the only version I play because I'm not playing this on my phone. Like with Steam, I'm not worried about this. Like it's fine. But it's the fact that it's like they don't make any money from Steam. They make all their money from fucking Android and iOS. So it's like, why are you destroying forms of revenue for so many, not just this game, but so many companies at the same time? It's like that everybody just got to do it. You got to go let them know. Tell them revert the change. Because who knows, maybe it's coming from even higher than good old Google themselves. Like we got the BlackRock Informational Company or something. It's like, all right, you need to crack down on these sort of things. Stop doing that. Like I'm obviously not going to stop playing this. It's going to take a pretty severe end of service, but it's like, now the thing is to do is like we gotta watch the rest of the year. That's right. They came for the. How does that phrase go? They came for these people. I didn't care. They came for this other section of people. I didn't care for that either. And then when they came for me, I tried to scream for help, but nobody was there. That's why when a sort of injustice situation happens like this, everybody gets up. Everybody gets up. You say something about it, because that's like a zero tolerance situation. Because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a whole bunch of stuff. Like I can already imagine. Like we lost two. We're gonna be we're not losing the outfit sets. They're going to be limited onto one platform. They could go with this. They could go something else. It's like, it's not good. This is not a good time, because we started off in a real good year, and then it's like we've got all this stuff coming down the line, and I'm like, I don't like what's happening with it. Now we have to watch the rest of the year. It's all we can do, really. And maybe it's a good time to probably go check like the Facebook thread or something like that or the 4chan thread about it too, because like that's rough. Maybe hold on. Hit escape. Let's see. Ooh, I'm burping. My goodness. No, where is it? I need to find But here's a little, we'll just keep laying on the sadness for some real despair, Kino, as they call it. Let's see. No, it's not there. Go to X. There it is. So. This is it's not exactly Taimanin content, but this is very, very important. Um, New Senran Kagura New Link is reaching end of service. This is obviously huge news because we'll like that on this account because I forgot I did that on my my personal one. So this is a sudden announcement, but New Link will be concluding its 7.5-year story on the end of May 2025 at 2 o'clock. We express our sincerest gratitude to many customers for their patronage. Yes, this is, well, it's actually not the last Senran game. They have Senran Kagura Run. You like that? You like Senran Kagura Run? You like fucking Subway Surfers that does nothing to do with the goddamn Senrans in the first place? Unbelievable. It's relatively sudden, too, because I think they just introduced, like, 2 new girls in the first place. I mean, I knew this wasn't doing, like, exactly the best, but I guess they couldn't hold out that long. I remember when this game first came out, I was playing it, and this is the same time I think when I got Prison Academy, like the one of the Lilith VN that released, I think, that year, because I remember because New Link, it went down for like 2 solid weeks. It had like one of the worst starts you could imagine. 7.5 years. I can hardly believe that time has flown by for the most part, because I remember I was playing Prison Academy and checking to see if New Link was up and running. Like every 20 minutes, I would go like reset the app, see what happened, and go from there. And then we have I stopped playing it after a few months because, one, I can't read Japanese. If I were younger and I spent a lot of more time learning Japanese in the first place, I probably could have played this. But also, the way you play this game, it's like it's an auto battler. Like it's an auto battler situation, with skills. You get all that sort of stuff. You can like give them costumes, change their hairstyle, and everything like that. It's cool. It's really fun for the most part. But also, it's like it sucks. It's really sad. It's sad. It makes me really sad because this is effectively where Senran dies. There's just nothing left for it now. This is they had, because obviously they're get rid of this, but they have there's a silver lining to this, in the fact that they have what's it called? They are actually doing something I really praise them very highly for on this. You get the offline version of New Link. Granted, I don't know if they're going to ever put an English version of this, because obviously running both a Japanese and an English version at the same time is extremely expensive. And obviously, if you're going end of service, you're not making any money. That's just the long and the short of it. I don't know, because like I've been playing this since like I was in high school, and like I played this like when I was still in high school, and then to finally see it's like this is where they went for the gacha money, and it did not bring enough money at the end of the day, and it's very sad. It breaks my heart to see that it's like when I saw when they made like their fucking Subway Surfers game, I was like. I was in shock, because it's like I'm not like extreme super funny reaction type of shock. I'm like it's legitimately terrible. This is like when they did Peach Ball. Peach Ball is a pinball game that has like parodious elements inside it, and that's cool and all, but the reason why I like Senrans a lot in the first place is because I can take them seriously. And that, because it's like I think 2 years ago, we did a whole playthrough of Shinobi Versus. Fantastic game. It's also it's honestly the most important game in the series, because it marks the turning point of going from 10 to 20 girls. And I talked all about that. If you want to see that, you go over there, find my Shinobi Versus playlist, and you can listen to me read that shit for like 9.5 hours. It's probably one of my favorites because it's like we even had a final stream on the series 10th anniversary, where we had the Asuka and Homer showdown. Because like Burst is like the best, is still so good. I think about it a lot, and it's like I almost wanted to go try and get my thing. Did that. It's like, well, the thing is, like, Avalon, you have it right there. Versus is where they went from Nintendo to Sony because 2 sold poorly on Nintendo. So that it's, you know, like, this is before, you know, like, Nintendo went from being the prude company to where Sony became the prude company, and it switched around about that time. So they essentially betrayed Creator when he was making Senran 7. It screwed a lot of plans. I knew things were not turning out very well because I think they put out a little, it was a very simple tweet, but on Kenshiro Takaki's Twitter page, he said, like, I'm leaving the Sony company and I'm done with the series. I'm just going to go do something else. That's effectively when it was really over for the most part, and the series was on life support. After that point, it was just, that's it. The end of the road is here, and we have finally reached that conclusion. 7.5 years of New Link is great. That means they have 7.5 years of fun events, things we get to check out, and I hope to God they are doing that sort of stuff. That's right, he went to Psy Games, that's it. He left somewhere else, and then they go over there and did all that. I don't know what he's going to do at Psy Games, because he certainly knows how to make a compelling story when he's not pigeonholed into something else. Because I thought he was working at Sony, but he left somewhere to go over there, which means it's like they're not going to continue the series. It's like, this is it. They when you lose a big earner like a gacha game like this, you're not going to have any revenue. It's the end, because they made a console title in the last console title in 4 years was the Burst remake. Fiscally, I don't think that did too hot. That's it. Living ain't easy for this series, and that's how it's gonna be. Is this the There it is. Yeah, it's the offline version, so you can dress them up in costumes, the dioramas and everything. It makes me wish that they had these sort of things, like, because dioramas and dressing up the characters in Shinomas, you would be able to, you could change their hairstyles, you could give other characters clothes to other characters, you could switch that sort of things around, all that stuff. It was really nice, because you could do that in the regular games, you could do it in this. Really, really great, but we can't do that now. I know Marvelous holds the title, but it's just like, I forgot when he left, where he left from to go somewhere else. But it was the fact of him leaving that it was like, put it on like, all right, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna take that with him, or is he gonna take the same ideas and put them somewhere else? Decisions were made, and they are certainly not very good. Because if you really want to, like, the question remains, is like, did you come in there to go the Senran series to go play it for the pretty ladies, or did you come in there because, like, what is it? You come into what is it? You come into you go to the Senran series because it had pretty ladies, but you stayed because they had but you stayed because it was actually a compelling story. Because Takaki wrote the story and did a lot of producer stuff as well, which was made what people wanted to stay. But oh my god, I cannot remember the name of the person who does the art for the Yagishi Nan. Yagishi Nan is probably also one of the biggest draws for the game itself, and the guy still did art for New Link forever and ever. Because I used to have a tab that had the Alice Soft wiki up, but it's a Evanciel 1 and 2. That is obviously an adult series, and you can play that as well. That has it's got art by Yagishi Nan, and you know, that sort of thing. It's been a while since he left, but also my perception of time is a bit warped because, well, I legitimately just forgot. Because I know he left at some point, but if he left in 2018, that's honestly kind of nuts. Because that's like, I want to say like, what is it? There's Japanese, actually, Estival Versus celebrated its 10th anniversary this year. If you did, nobody noticed that, because it released, I think, almost the same time as Bloodborne. Bloodborne just celebrated its 10th anniversary too this week. Because there's a really nice picture out there of the Yumi billboard promoting Estival Versus, and above it is Bloodborne with its release date showing off in Japan, and it's like insane. They're both 10 years old. 10 years has gone by. We're all a little older, hopefully a little wiser, but time just keeps on slipping into the future. All right, let's go back to the game. I don't have the picture. It's somewhere on like one of my servers that I'm in. No, I don't have the billboard Raptor. That's essentially my bad on it. Because I didn't think of like saving it when it came out. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's a cool aspect. There's certainly not a lot we can do about that. So it's just like, it's a double whammy situation. Literally having end of service for one of my favorite series. And then we have limitations on costumes for a game that I'm playing right now. I don't like hearing that information. That's not good. That's not good info. I'm tired, man. I'm real tired. Well, on the other hand, there's still stuff we can do. I wonder what they're gonna do now, but you got that right, Jeff. It's like, what are we gonna do this year for this game's 5th anniversary? Like for the global 5th anniversary, it's like they gotta do something nice. It's gotta be, because it's like they've obviously got a whole year worth of stuff they were talking about, and we're implementing these things. So it's like this has already been a pretty solid year of like additions. Like we're getting floor 110. Like next week it's floor 110. The archive, the everything like that. It's like they literally put out the video for Mirabell one day before all this went down. So it's like, what do we do? What do you even do about that? That certainly hurts it, because it's like we watched it in the costume video showcase that came out even before that, and she has a bunny girl costume, which means if you're playing on Android, you're not going to be able to get it when you get it for gems. You have to go use it on Steam or iOS and then just like loop back around to go use it. And even then you still have to use the censored version. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, why? It just hurts, man. It really does. It brings out a lot of problems that this game does not need. Because I can imagine like this game does, well on certain things, but there's just some stuff it doesn't. Like I can imagine like when they have really good revenue. Moments when they have really good revenue would probably be like various Asian holidays and Christmas. So Golden Week. That Golden Week is probably why they're releasing so many big things at once, because that's when people are off. They're gonna have like, you know, bonuses and stuff like that from work and everything like that. They're off of school for a week and all that sort of thing. Off of school, off of work and all that sort of thing. And then they have like lots of other stuff. Christmas, obviously, you know, people are together. They have money, gifts, and everything like that from around the world. Anniversary too. That's in October. That's at the same time with Halloween. Summer too. That always does pretty nicely. So they effectively have like 5-6 times. Well, Jeff, also it's a thing too with Gabe stays winning, doing nothing. The thing is too is like if what is it? Valve and Steam, they are a private company. They are they choose what they want to do. I somewhat am apprehensive of the day where they finally if Gabe dies and the ownership of the company gets relinquished from like him or his family, and they go to like and the company goes what do you call it, open on the stock market. It's like up for sale on there, and obviously you get one of those big financial companies that buys it up and they get like a majority share or whatever. If that happens, it will certainly turn Steam on its head. You want the censored version as an option on Steam? Give him all. Give him a haul. Go ahead. It's like, give him away. It's like, why limit? It's like, here's the thing though. It's like, we're here on Steam. We're limited for options. We can't get the censored versions of the costumes and use the cool sheer and actually sometimes the creative nature of the people in the first place. We get the full slutty mode. And then it's like the vice versa. They can't use ours. There you go. It's public trading. That's good. That's what it is. Traded publicly. The moment it goes traded publicly, Valve is done for. Though I could only imagine that it's they aren't getting money from somewhere else in the first place. I almost always forget to do this. Like, I log in once a day. Like, if anybody of you guys are in this in the first place and it's like active in the middle of the night, I hope you're playing in the middle of the night then, because it's going to be active from like midnight until 8 a.m., which doesn't really help out a lot, because I imagine like people who want to do all their farming before daily reset don't get a chance to do that. But I might have to end up using 2 particle orb charged immediately with a start quest thing when Mirabell's out there, because that sounds like something to do. Don't forget about club stuff, guys. It's really nice. It makes a lot of difference. It's very cheap. It's cheap to do and easy to farm. So we need to do the bonus sections again. I forgot to do those. So that gives us like 5 more coins. So we got 5 coins from our thing we did today, and then 5 more coins tonight from that. Spinel, what do you have on deck? Cool, you have gear. Man, I gotta tell you, this new controller, it's with the fucking tits. I love it. I got one of those like scuff gaming, like fancy smashy controllers or whatever. The one that they use for like Xbox with the funny haptic. It's not a haptic trigger. It's the thing where it's like, because like my old Xbox Elite controller had this function where it was like you use it and it makes the triggers extremely sensitive, and you just barely click it in to activate the triggers. It's really nice, because it helps in like a few games that I play. Like if I was playing more shooters using this in the first place, I would do that, but since we play on computer mostly, I just use my mouse. It helps me go for the flickers, the funny flickers. No, I actually play fighters on my controller in the first place, It's honestly just a lot easier to bring that around than the whole fight stick. Because my other fight stick broke, and it's like it doesn't. Like I tried it again the other day to see, like, all right, let it sit down. Maybe it rested and, you know, sat it back down correctly. Nah, it didn't. It's kind of borked. It doesn't even register anymore on the 4 inputs in any specific way. I like it. I think I got like the regular version. It was the $100 one. But I was just like, I think it's okay. It works certainly for me. Splat. Oh, Spinel, you're quiet. It's 100 tickets. Enemies use poison attacks. Oh no. Oh no. But I guess these scuff controllers have, what is it, Hall effect sensors for their sticks, which are nice. It's like I'm playing on a Dreamcast again or something. What do we want to use? Let's use Oh, that's right. I remembered I had a ticket. Have I seen her new sexier outfits? I heard about that she got something new in RPGX recently, and I haven't seen anything about it for the most part. I hear they're quite nice though. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a ticket that I got from like when she had her event come out for her limited weapon, so I just had a random copy lying around. So it was really nice. Made me very happy. I wanted this really bad, but I was not gonna buy that shit at all. It wasn't worth it. I'm not supporting the goddamn idea. I will scrounge and save up fodder weapons to go used in the exchange, then give them their money for to support some sort of stupid idea like that. Nurse Francis. Hello, nurse. Can you go over there and beat him up for me, please? Which is the one where it does that? It's blue is the one that increases duration. Asiago and Hebiko dancer outfits. Oh, baby, yeah. Wouldn't that be something? We need to go to support her, that's it. We go to support her. Well, she's not a protect character. Well, that doesn't do much for her. Would that be considered skill damage? Smithers. Would that be doing skill damage to her, or would it be doing normal damage? I wonder if we can do like a... Ooh, that's actually a good idea. We can put a Fuyutsuki. There she is. Ooh, Smithers. They're messing around with the children again. Let's see. Only have one copy of Azuser. I wonder if they're gonna do more with the Dancer Asagi outfit. That was so good. That was peak shit right there. I'm like, that was a Christmas gift to say the least. I'm like, wow. Kagami's still got it. He ain't giving up nothing. We'll give that to Demon Booster, and we need to do more damage to demon characters. Just put that on there. Onigaroshi, Demon Render. Where is Demon Render? That's knock up the enemy. I didn't think Francis was that kind of girl. Is that just general 2 set? General 2 set. Okay, so we'll just switch around Fuyutsuki for Kiara. Well, she's not a protect character. We don't get anything out of that. It's critical rate. Oh yeah. Since we're going to be having a character that has familiars out there, make sure you get yourself the Avengers setup already used. Well, not used, but it's like make sure you have your Avengers passive thingy already set up. It's 15% more damage for familiars, so it's gonna be worth it for what's her face, Mirabell. It's the same thing with Shadow Fairy Sakura. That is important too. Go get him, Francis. Get him, baby girl. Alright. So, let me look up where the thing is for. Oh, crap. Yep, that's the best part about this whole thing is you can just literally put it down and you can literally just put down the controller and then just let her play the game itself. Because I had to open up Gelburu like while she was doing all that stuff, so I can check like what is the new Hebiko outfit. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, wow, now that's the kind of slutty you'd expect out of something like Sakura or Asagi. But it's like then it's like you put it on Hebiko, and it's like Zooey Mama, what is this girl doing? I know she's been unprofessionally slutty all these years, but you're getting crazy with it, baby girl. What are you doing? Yeah, that's how you're supposed to play Francis. Is literally just put the controller down, you use 2 skills, get 2 stacks, and it's like, all right, congratulations, I did it, I beat the mission. Because even at a 2-5 copy, it's like 62.5% to get an enormous to do 3 times damage. It's like, all right, here we go. That's how it went. That's Francis for you. She does stupid shit like that all the time. I want to try that though. Let's go to VR with that. Let's go to a lower floor against like her worst enemy, which is something that can hit her back. Because I've been using a lot of Azusa lately because she's just been God's gift to mankind in terms of damage. Let's show that off. Oh, skills down. I don't think that would matter too much. Oh! Oh! I love Ingrid's death scream so much. Like, she doesn't sound like she just got like killed. She's just been like, oh, I stubbed my toe against like the dresser or something. Oh! That's right. Get them, killer girls. Didn't even give her a chance to get up. You sit the fuck down. I hate fighting her. I really do. Because this is like, that was the best case scenario. Which is never letting her move. Lena is like the worst thing about that whole fight, because what I'm trying to do is show off something really cool, a really cool interaction that you get from the Fuma Yakina supporter. because I think there's a little bug with it or something, because there's a 60% chance of instant kill. When you do the little assassination proc, it does 600% damage. Yeah, Ingrid's out there cleaning up Lena's Lego pieces from her playroom, and it's like, oh no, I've managed to step on them, and I'm going to destroy my foot in the process. We're also using Asus's new weapon, because guess what? It's really good. It's really, really good. Who would have thought? Because even at 1.5, it's an absolute demolition machine. Cool, we got the instant kill proc. Girl, come on, girls. Her antennas are floating a lot more than they usually are. They have to be. She's the coolest character in the whole game, hands down. She is on the same level of me for like in terms of playing. Like Lena is like one of my favorite characters to play as for just general flow. Like after I figured out, it's like, oh, she relies a lot more on input buffering and positioning yourself correctly to get the most out of your attacks. When I put the little bit of, like, I rubbed 2 of my brain cells together and put that in there, it's like, this is like, Azusa is the most fun character to play as. There we go. This is the interaction I was talking about. Last night I managed to get this up to 90,000 damage, because when you get the assassination proc on Lena, because Lena is just a regular mob enemy with high attack and defense. So when you use an assassination proc on her, it inflates your damage to insanely high levels. Like, it's you use Fumi Yukina because it's after a certain point, Lena's the biggest problem in the whole mission, because she prevents Ingrid from being debuffed in any capacity. Like, you can't make her be debuffed by Oboro, Ragnarok, or anything like that. So you need to find ways of removing Lena as soon as possible. So people like to take a Yukina, use her, and then it really just like fucks up your entire your damage scaling, because neither Ingrid or Lena combined together have not even like 10 million health on like floor 39, and yet we just dealt 48 million damage. So I think it's like Azusa dealt like 8 million damage, and I guess an instant kill proc would be like 40 million damage immediately. So that raises a question for me on like, how do they calculate the damage to do an instant kill? Like, what does the assassination do for it? Is it just like max HP times a certain amount against the person if you manage to hit the roll? That's my question. Because I managed to get this to 90 million on one thing. I have a picture of it in like another server I posted it in. No, I have it on my Discord that I posted there in the description. It's in there. That thing right there, there's a picture of it hitting 90 million, because there's no way that it should be doing that in the first place. It's just ridiculous. So that's probably how it's supposed to work in the first place. But let's do it a little bit safer. Unequip all. Because I went and used my desire points to go get me a copy. I managed to roll one more copy out of the banner, and then I used it to get to the 3.5, because I know it's like, because that's what we talked about last week. Get to the 3.5 because it makes such an amazing difference. Like, Because Azusa loves penetration. She has penetration at 18% now. That's also the penetration you have with that's inbuilt to you at 5% when you've maxed it out. She also inflicts a defense debuff too. This is like the all-in-one package for when she's going to go into VR. She has a home now. Why did they make it so hard to just make better Rinko? It could have been that way. They could have given Rinko something that good. I wish they did though. It's hard to beat Soshu, but it's like, my god, it's like, what are you going to do to surpass Soshu? Double casting your meteor with an increased skill damage? A modern version of that weapon would probably have some sort of like, not defense, but like some sort of debuff or like a timed aspect about it that stacks. When do I spend my Demonites? I spend them usually on extremely limited gear or just stuff I really like. Like I put my Demonite that I got and gave it to Lavatane on Icy Hot Mom because it's a nice weapon and I don't want it at 1.5 because it doesn't do anything for me. It's an active detriment. Like it will end up timing out because we're not doing enough damage, so it just needs a little bit more. All right, Francis, show them what you got. All right, Avalon, have a good one. We're just doing regular stuff now, so. All right, I gotta keep the stacks down. My favorite, Ingrid, my hero, breaking my characters. Oh my god, it's amazing. Because I don't like using her because of this situation. She's like one of the worst characters you can use against Ingrid because of stuff like this. Like if you want to specifically use her limited weapon and then you want to use the automatic build, it doesn't work. Because look, we just watched it happen. We got two. She wastes most of her time dodging and just not doing anything. Like that's why we have Eleanor on damage duty, because one, I want her to break armor and also deal tons and tons of damage. Because Eleanor's really good at that. She's too drunk to do anything, man. She dealt literally less damage than Shizuru, because all of her attacks get interrupted. She loses so much time on intoxicate because she's just dodging. Like look at that. Let's do this again. She managed to take like almost no damage. But it's also the fact that it's like, it's terrible. It's so sad. Well, guys, what do you all think about the situation regarding this, like the Google Play policy changes that happened? What do you guys think about good old Mirabell too, while we're at it as well? Go, Francis, go. Come on, baby. You got this. Alright, look at that. She managed to do more damage, but she still gets outclassed by Chocolate Titty Gang. You know, I'm thinking about it. It's like, well, Blade Shooter, she's not going to be clunky to play because I can already tell she's going to be pretty solid right out of the box because she's fully ranged, has two signature skills that are going to be directly armored, and a lot of extreme dodge and ranged attacks. She's not going to have a lot of problems in terms of like getting damage in or getting like explicitly interrupted. It's just that I want to see how much damage she's really going to deal. Like, she has both melee and ranged options, which gives her like, because she's there to sit there and just like you hold the attack button down and just like shoot the place up. Cotton AR, comp school shooter, yellow wide body Hellcat looking like a school bus. It does. It's going to be because she just holds it down and runs around all over the place like it's fucking Vanquish. Call it Skankwish. Wait, they took away Google Chrome not having extensions? Shit. Because I explicitly use Google Chrome because I have extensions for it. I mean, I've been using the Firefox. Come on, Francis. Come on, Francis. Huh. I didn't realize that. It's actually a pretty cool way of doing things. Because right there at the very end of Francis's, when she finished the... she got out of Intoxicate, but she actually managed to finish her combo. So that means she was still able to get a proc immediately coming out of Intoxicate. So she can start gaining stacks just that much more quickly. Very cool. She still only dealt 1 million damage. She just can't compete with someone like Mirabell. Well, she can't compete with Mirabell because she's already going to be explicitly better. I mean, Blade Sora is actually just like, she's been solid since day one. And I've been saying it since she's been out as a character. She's nice. She's rock solid from the very beginning. She needs a few little tweaks, I will say that much, but they were really cooking with her. She just had the unfortunate case of being a character released after their most popular character since the introduction of the game, which is Rin. It was a bad time for her to come out. I'm very glad I picked her up though. She consistently manages to perform in most aspects. I'm going to probably need to build her up again. Like, she also has the combo pausing the way that Sue does as well, which is like obvious. That's really good. It's like I cannot get enough of that. If they do make another version of Action Taimanin specifically for like the Play Store stuff, that seems like the most logical conclusion to go towards, because it's like, you know, they've seen the success of Blue Aka and everything like that. So, if that's what they have to do, that's what they're gonna do. Oh! Oh, perfect. Oh, Francis. Very, very, very depressing situation for her. Like I literally watch. We watch the AI just take the entire flame pillar, get stuck inside of it, and that's what happened. All that work just to make her do proportionally less damage. Proportionally less damage than my support character and my secondary DPS. I mean, I imagine she would probably do more if I had like higher proc chance on this. But even though it's still 62.5%, it's like even at 100% chance to deal triple damage, you know that really works. It's a good item. However, you know what you have to do? You have to attack the enemy. You have to get it done in the first place. If you're not doing that, then it's just not going to work out. Well, you're at 50,000, Francis, so let's give you some points. I didn't expect Mirabell though to use her knife in the in her base set, because the kimono outfit came out way after Mirabell in the first place, and it's like they haven't made any reference to it in here in the first place. We saw her with her rifle. That's how it's gonna be. I feel like they learned a lot. They effectively, this is like, oh, this is what is it called? One more win from the Ridge Racer Type 4 OST. The whole Ridge Racer Type 4 soundtrack is really, really good. It's like, it's one of my favorites. That's why I put it in the part of the playlist. Because like the whole thing is just like, it's what the kids call Vibe Central, or whatever they're talking about. Oh, I didn't even put it out. I didn't even give her Magatamas. It didn't really matter that much since she wasn't attacking a lot in the first place. How many points do we need left for that for today? We're about halfway there. Okay. Because I think it's like I don't like climbing a lot on Worm Night week, because it's always just so. I hate fighting this kid. I hate fighting Ingrid so much, because it takes like immense amounts of control, and it's and even then if like you lose, it is so easy for the fight to just instantly go south in like every capacity. Like as soon as something bad happens, like we miss time, a stun, or like she breaks out and like I'm not far enough away to get the flame pillar or something like that. Whenever that happens, it just feels so bad, because I know it's like it is immediately going to do that just horrible stuff. I got the need for speed. Oh, that's right. I have all my human gear equipped to Eleanor, because I typically like to use Kurenai against humans, because she's a massive human racist. Being a demon, of course, that's what she does. Because we're on low enough floors where it won't matter. Let's just put out like fun stuff. We can crit down here. We all crit down here, that's for sure. Let's give her boss damage. Where's Arabella Glucksheim? Both. Oh, I already have it equipped to 2 people. Yeah, we'll just take it off because we're going to do Total War after this. Because I think I have both. No, I have that equipped to Astaroth. I had to put in the main slot. Oh, that's the booster one. This is gonna kick some ass on her, because this is also another case of a supporter that actually works with the character. Like with Because what is it? With Ragnarok, that supporter is very, very good. It's actually like it's core for Ragnarok when she goes to VR because it just deals that just the chance to deal bonus damage that scales off of max HP. Insane stuff. I love it. It makes climbing against really bulky enemies super easy. And then you even have a chance to do a freeze extension in 2 with Lavatane. Fantastic. How can I say no? Because look at this. Critical rate boost for 5 by... This maxes out at 6% for 5 seconds every 3 combos. Stacks 5 times. So that's going to be 30% critical rate boost as long as she's keeping her combos going. And as we saw, since she uses her assault rifle, she's not going to have a problem getting combos. Has a 20% chance on critical hit to increase target's damage taken by 21% for 5 seconds. So we can apply defense down. I hope that her blue build isn't crap. It's pretty great. If they hit you, you can also freeze them. They're good. Look at this. This also will apply to her because she's a protect machine. Also, I cannot express my exuberation about that she is a protect machine. It's such a simple idea, but it's like we now finally, after 5 years, we have a protect machine character. We literally have 2 suppress machines and 2 assist machines. Like where do we go? No, wait, I think we have 4 characters. We have 4. Yeah, we have 2 assist and 2 suppress. We need 1 more protect machine. Like, please. Come on, Granny Province. Let's see that Granny Province. Granny Province, get in the game, girl. We need you. We need you to be our next protect machine. I need to switch her over there. Because Miss Carini is very good. She's very, very good. Oh, crap. I really appreciate this little change right there. Now I can just look at them at a glance. Because I'm still find myself like having to like click there and click each individual one. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to do that anymore. Oh, you don't have to do that. Oh yeah, if you wanted the one-time school band Kurenai, you can get the outfit. It's rerunning. Very cool. She gets in all kinds of colors. You can put it on an Azusa team where everybody looks like they're punk rock. Yeah. There's nothing to say there. It's just like it's a really just okay outfit. It was their testing the water situation for Kurenai. I really wish they would give her like a more, you know, sexually aggressive outfit. She's a little too modest. Come on, Kurenai, let's show some skin. Just start hoeing out for us, you know. Just like I find about the upgrading faster situation. It's like it's something so simple, yet that's been in the game forever. That that I've been tapping to upgrade for like I think 2-something years at that point. Because it's like, oh, I hate having to tap them so many times. Oh, you just change the way they're sorted out. And then it's like, whoa, amazing stuff. Let's go to the top. Let's climb, baby. Rin's new outfit is going to be something interesting, to say the least. She's going to be the Blue Ranger. She's got her funny, like, She looks like the Sync association identities from like Limbus Company. They all dress like her. Yeah, go get him, Kurenai. Oh, we're in the territory where we don't crit anymore. Come on, girls. Kill them, girls. Killer girls, come on. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. That's why I love Kurenai specifically for pushing harder floors, because man, I know I've said it many times, but infrared and ultraviolet, it's like even though we took a minute to clear that, we still cleared it. We cleared it with minimal frustration, and we worked hard to do it. It's good stuff. Really great stuff. She did the most damage. I expected her to do that, because getting her her wind scar procs that do bonus damage because of infrared ultraviolet, that is the key. That is the cheapest way to constantly get ourselves to climb higher floors. There's no way around it. Like, girl, I seriously doubt you're doing a 4-second clear. It takes 4 seconds for Ingrid to die. I mean, I hope Fuma Amani doesn't stay on an NPC jail, because it's like she would be the perfect machine protect character. It's literally her supporter. In fact, they don't even need to run a limited supporter for her in the first place, but they certainly could. They certainly could do it. Because it's like characters who already had like supporters that are already in like general pool in the first place. Yeah, they from what I remember, they don't get the fancy limited supporters, but it would be nice. It's like, oh dude, we got Fuma Amane on rate up, and like she it's a weird situation because she's been machine racial specific damage, but it's like, you know, that fell off a little bit early on in the game because it's like you put it with Magatamas. But it's certainly she's always found a way to stay relevant because she's literally free damage. She's one of those supporters too where it's also like it's hard to get her now because she's such an early life supporter. Like when you play this early on, you would just not stop getting copies of her. Now it's almost impossible. But I'm gonna go get a drink and go to the bathroom. I'll be back. That would be a good idea, though. Like, we just have, like, a rate-up banner for Amane herself. That honestly would make a lot of difference in the first place. They took too much damage for that. I mean, I expected it to happen. Like at one point I saw Kurenai just, like, get smacked up in the ass by, like... when Ingrid did, like, her two stab, her thrust and the slash hit her right in the face for almost like 40% of her health. It's annoying. I kind of wish all these Magatama slots wouldn't take up so much inventory space. Because, like, I know I have a bunch that I probably should just, you know, get rid of or combine to use something else. But it's like, even on the regular side, it's like having 12 of those is, like, just a nuisance. Yeah, knowing you're like, I get majors on that banner. You get majorly cool drops. Who doesn't like Major? She's the only one that canonically has sex in this game. He's Blade Dancer. Take your jacket off. I took off the jacket. Because weirdly enough, Major still has a lot of use for the most part. Because, like, the attack character, it's like, oh, the attack character doesn't get any sort of boost. But it's like, no, everybody sees, like, a 20,000 copies of Major. Because who would have thought? Foxy Grandma does that. Ragnarok also canonically fucks. Because she has a daughter. I love Dragonfly Dance. They you can tell they were really absolutely cooking with Azusa, because she has very good visual indicators of when her moves end in terms of the sound they make, and also the wow, from this angle she looks almost completely naked. That's probably what they were going for. She has very good indicators of whether or not, like, the move is finished, and you can see it's very finite, to say the least. Nobody took damage. That's really good. So you can know when you can immediately start charging the next move or anything like that. It's really good. It's so good. Damn, Azusa, you may be blind, but can I see them titties? Oh, I can see something there for sure. Oh. I forget that Ingrid just, like, Lena just calls her like that. Ingrid-sama, please. Ooh, we got the insta-kill proc. We're pushing her away from that shit. I love it when she goes invincible like that. That's great. That's fucking awesome. I like, why do they have to... See, this is the same kind of problem everybody had with Spider Queen when they gave her invincibility when she would summon ads. Everybody hated that because it was like she has so many times where she does that damn move and she would be invincible for like a lot of the fight. This is like the same situation, but it's like even with Spider Queen, when she would go invincible, you could still target her. You could also target near her because her ads could be targeted, and if you use AoE attacks, they'd still put you in the general vicinity of the boss. This doesn't work because this version of invincibility has one target, and when they do that sort of stuff and they're doing the animation, they're untargetable, which creates a huge problem when you have situations like this. I can count what we did that 3 times where all of our attacks whiff because she becomes an untargetable entity. Like it always wastes time. Like invincibility on a fight that has a timer on it, it's like it's designed to waste time inherently. It's super duper bad. Let's go to Total War. Let's go do something that's even worse for us. Oh, that 100%. Doesn't even cast a snowstorm. No, she won't even cast like the... She doesn't cast snowstorm. She won't cast any other skills. And it's like, and they'll fizzle out and just totally whiff. It's extremely painful. And I immediately feel my blood pressure just like go to the roof when it happens. It's like every time I see it, I'm like, you can't be serious. The thing is though, because Snowstorm hits so high, you can actually, if you manage to break Ingrid's armor when she's in the air, she will be able to be knocked out of the attack, and you'll still be able to accomplish the attack and break her out of it and put her back on the ground. And Snowstorm will still be able to continue because of the location you fired it off from, but your partners still won't attack. So that's a womp womp. It's terrible, it sucks, it's everything we never wanted. Let's see, we'll take that off of there. Put, I need healing, I need healing. Well, it's just that if you have no target in general, all the skills in the game pretty much require like a target, like the targeting reticle to be active, or else like they totally fizzle. It's the name of it. It's like everybody hates Ingrid. It's like they did not need to make her, like, the fight would be a lot more tolerable if you could take advantage of the fact that's like it would just turn into Spider Queen 2, except with the fact that it has one strong ad, because it's like because the major difficulty of the fight comes from the factor of poor AI decisions, and also the fact that she has multiple forms of invincibility and ways to waste time. Like, she's supposed to be some sort of like a big spectacle fight, but she's fast, bulky, and strong together, which is all three. It's a very rough situation. Like, she really needs to be able to be struck when she's jumping in the air to cast the pillars. Like, if you have characters with tall attacks, they should be able to hit her up there and make it, like a skilled situation where you can actually get her out of it. It's typically why I like to run, like last week when we got the one copy of White Feather from the exchange facility, I immediately put that on another. I have Shizuru running one and Eleanor runs one. That way, like, I have a pretty good chance of breaking her armor in any capacity, because there's not a lot of ways to keep her under control. Like the best way to do it would probably be also to use what's her face? Shit. It's forgetting her name. Forgetting her name, damn it. Alright, I need a little bit of defense on her. Tokiko needs defense. Can I give you something good to eat? There you go. Raw demon defense. Give her HP, give her all that. Fuyutsuki, debuff booster. Sometimes I wish I had Spinel, but that's not doing it. That's not doing it. Doing anything at all for me. Let's try that. Let's try this on Phantasma. I don't think it'll do much for her, but it's certainly worth a try. Because it's like she's gonna crit, but it's also... Are there any other crit rate boosting supporters in here? At least for red. Yeah, like I don't do much climbing with Ingrid in the first place because it's like the amount of risk is not worth the reward, because it's like she's gonna wipe my entire team just so quickly, and it gets I hate it when it gets totally like it just unravels so quickly, because it's like it's a multifaceted balancing act, and it's very annoying to deal with. Like, Blood, I cannot be doing this. I cannot be doing this shit. I mean, crit rate suppress, it's like, Azusa would use her her gotcha signature weapon specifically against in, like, Total War. And then she used her limited in, Actually, we'll just keep it at 69, because that's the funny number. What are you on? Fentanyl? Spinel Diaru. Yeah, let's do it. It's not crit rate suppressed. It's I just need crit rate that like Speak It or Shizuru, because I just put Shizuru back on there because it's the only one that makes sense. Because we're doing a lot of debuffing, and we're doing a lot of, we're just hitting with that, so she's going to get a benefit out of it. That's all I needed. Bro is screaming. He's creaming his jeans even. That's right, you scream, Edwin. You scream loud and hard. Okay, we're gaming here, folks. Oh no, he's got the big shotgun blast. All of our characters suddenly become brain dead and can't keep up with the situation. There we go. There's the Distracto disc. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love my characters getting fucked up like this on stupid shit like that. Look at, they all got hit by the slow. Oh, I hate it. Look at him. He's mad. He keeps stepping on on every Lego set in the house. Lena, you gotta quit leaving your toys around there. You're gonna get your mom Ingrid all over you. There, we got 30 seconds left. Like, girl, I just need you to survive long enough for this to work. Oh, semen arm detonates. I think we'll get one ult off of on her. Oh, well, it doesn't seem likely. Look at that, she's in critical. Go, 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 go! Ooh, damn it. Oh, that would have been good. Spinel, wake up. Oh, Spinel, wake up! No, it missed! Oh, it didn't miss. It hit, you just knocked the hitbox around. The ass was too fat. 1887. That could have been 2 million if she didn't get hit too many times. It was a good run. That was really good today. Where does that put me? Does that put me in a safe zone for this week? Yeah, I know it's like the bottom end. Because 1-8 usually does a pretty good job. No, that's barely touching it. That's 478. Okay. Because another run would probably be able to do it, where I get it to over there at and hit 2 million. Because 2 million's the nice safety net. But I don't want to do that. Let's use someone else. I want to try something else with a different character. We need support Azusa. Because I want to try, like, put her in there as for primary DPS. I want to try that with Lapis. I want to see what she does in here. How much of a difference can it make? And also, I want to, let's see, we're going to switch something up with Spinel. Because there's... Where is Phantasma? There she is. We take these off of her. We're going to put in Spinel. Spinel. Well, we already have Spinel. Let's attack all. Let's see. With a crit rate booster one. She had a health one somewhere. Yeah, that. Oh, that's right, she used both of those, and we put no, we won't need defense because she's already got way more than enough health. She can just sit there and tank it all day. So we'll just do that. Oh, that's her arena set. Damn it. Girl, give me a shot of B12. It's over you. Ooh. No, we do not want that. That's actually going to be detrimental to the entire team. Mekamura Uraru, you are going to be the best friend for Mirabell. You're never going to get removed on her for running blue. This is literally too good. Cannot get enough of that. Because Azusa herself now manages to have something like... She can apply defense down, a pretty consistent one too. I don't think that'll exactly replace Tokiko. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. We got a 1-minute sprint. Boy, when he hits the entire team with the slow, you really feel it. It sucks. I guess this really shows off when you start going away from like traditional meta setups in the aspect of like, alright, now we don't have a multi-debuffer situation, and now he's still way too strong to get anything out of it. Like, man, my man went in there and just did like the whole combo and took out like a quarter of everybody's health. Sheesh. Yeah, let's see what Team Asiago can do. What can Asiago do for you? Oh, that's what I wanted to try out. Did a retry. Because I wanted to put on, instead of the Bond one, even though it's like a really good supporter, I wanted to see what Kurenai would do. Because she takes too much, she takes too much damage all the time in the first place. So we'll take off her, put her on there, and we'll just see what happens from that. What would a support Azusa look like then? It's clone summoning. Enemy speed down. Okay. That's probably why they take that in the first place. Speed reduction, damage increase. So the support version of her is designed to explicitly take advantage of that. So we could do that. We're not going to get a lot of Dragonfly Dance, so we're going to get Makora. Because I want to try Mirabell with this. Oh no, that's what the formation works, is because they use Azusa for that to slow down the enemy. Take advantage of her high critical hit rate. But Tokiko just does the job better. Let's see. There he is. Mikigami Haru's there at the bottom, and then we need the red supporter for a 2-set effect for that. Go get Hoshino Mitsuki. That would work. Okay, let's give that a try. Wow, that immediately took off like half his health. Oh no, because she's the supporter. I still find it crazy that the call effect for that supporter lasts for 20 seconds. Oh, darn it, she died. That sucks. At least she died like right as the time ran out. Oh, that's cool. Oh no, her death animation didn't complete. That's why she's doing that. Very small indie company. Please understand. Yeah, using her as a support option is totally fine then. I can understand why people do it now. She did really good on that. Alright, that's enough points for the week though. Well, I've gotten everything I wanted to cover this week in the first place. Because next week we've got even bigger dreams to complete too. Because Mirabell comes out next week. So I think we'll just put it down for the night. Thank you everybody for coming by. That was a really good time today. We talked a whole lot about, you know, what's coming up in April. All the sort of stuff that's coming down the pipeline regarding policy change and what the future could possibly look like and what they could do. And also some other things like Senran Kagura's new Link EOS. But either way, once again, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Hope you all had a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.